Hey everybody, welcome to Amateur D&D, the podcast where we play Dungeons & Dragons, fuck around, and try not to find out. So join me, DM David, as my friends...
Jason!
Dustin!
Hannah!
Josh!
Derek!
Journey through my world in the Lenore campaign, Reign of the Lich.
What's your favorite emote?
How many different types of shit there are now. If you haven't looked recently, go in your phone.
I haven't
There's
actually.
a bunch.
Kind of curious
look-
about this
go
now.
look at how
Kennedy,
many
one of the
different
kids
iPhones.
sent
There's a
me,
bunch.
sent me an emoji that is the little shit emoji, but it has like the cuss word bar across the mouth.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I thought
What's
guess
that
it takes-
under?
shit.
Yeah, where's this shit at?
I don't know where they found it. I don't use enough emojis to know.
I
where
don't
everything
either.
is. But trust kids to, rifle through everything, and they're like, "Look at what I found."
I found this.
Oh.
All right. You guys ready to kick this show on the road? I was going to say
No.
kick this off and get this show on the road, but
We're
Kick this
off to a
show
great start.
around.
We're doing wonderful things.
Amateur D&D.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hi.
Everybody.
Hello.
welcome to Amateur D&D, the podcast where the players reveal their guilty pleasures. Let's meet them. We've got Jason.
Oh shit. Guilty pleasure. I'm Jason and I play Clay Sterling the Fourth, and my initiative is 11. God, is a guilty pleasure. I just rewatch a whole bunch of sitcoms I've seen a ton of times. It's my comfort food.
That can be a guilty pleasure if you're slightly ashamed of it.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
really the shame component.
Yeah, you
the
just
main
have
part.
a slight amount of shame.
I guess guilty pleasure. I recently hurt my foot and I was in a boot and I kind of wear it sometimes extra just because it's super comfy.
There you
okay.
go.
Medical boot is comfy. Next one. Move on.
Next, we have Dustin.
Hello. I'm play Elron. And I'm hopefully not down and out for the count, but here we are. My guilty pleasure. Well, I just watched it recently, actually. It's Love on a Spectrum. It's actually really good.
I've heard good things.
Okay.
I've never
very
heard
he
of
was
that
just talking about
in
it
my
tonight.
life.
What was your initiative, Dustin?
8.
8 ball. Then there's Hannah.
I'm Hannah. I play Airless. Oh goodness, I have initiative of 5, and my guilty pleasure is reading poorly written romance novels occasionally.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Following her up is Derek.
Well, hello. I play Snickerdoodle. My initiative is going to be a 17. I would say my guilty pleasure is enjoying these ice cold beers that I have 2 of sitting right next to me at the moment.
Oh yeah, brother.
Both wide open.
Love that.
Half gone already.
Yes.
Last but definitely not least, it's Josh.
Hey, I'm Josh. I play Chase. I got an initiative of 18 today. Guilty pleasure. It's always eating after everyone goes away. So I could just eat and no one's like, can I have some? What's that? Stop making mouth noises. I can just sit there and
That
just
was
eat the whole
pointed.
thing.
That was an attack.
You called yourself
get
out.
it.
You called
Fan.
yourself out. That was fine. It was fine. You didn't have to say nothing.
I, of course, am your Dungeon Master, David, playing NPC, both friend and foe. The dice I throw and see where they go.
Whoa.
For initiative,
Heyo.
we've got an initiative of 3 for our enemies.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I guess there's nothing left to do but talk about what happened last time on
No
Amateur
guilty
D&D.
pleasure for you?
Oh,
Yeah.
and my guilty pleasure.
Thought you'd
My
get out of it, huh?
guilty pleasure. What am I guilty? I don't feel ashamed of a whole lot.
That's why you just need like the teensiest bit. The
You probably
teensiest
should
bit.
though. Let's dig into this.
Yeah, I know.
What should you be ashamed of?
What should
There's
I be
probably a
ashamed
few
of?
things.
My guilty pleasure is eating out more than I should from
What?
Grubhub.
Okay.
Perfect.
Wow, Jason. Wow.
You can't pause, man.
All right, let's talk about what happened last time on
I've
Amateur
never been
D&D.
ashamed to do that. So.
Oh my good God! Last time on AD&D, the Beacons found themselves up against a living tower, an enormous mimic in disguise. Despite Clay getting swallowed and Chase going down, God
Nice.
damn it! Yes.
Nice.
I didn't.
Hey,
It didn't. It didn't connect until because of the
Chase might
conversation
be
we
by,
just
man.
had.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know yet.
Oh God! Despite Clay getting swallowed and Chase going down, our
Yep.
heroes were able to topple the terrible tower with the party still in one piece, if not a bit battered. Once the mimic was out of their way, the Beacons were able to discover a stone path that led them to another tower, this one made of rock and mortar. After answering the Guardian statue's riddles correctly, the party was allowed entry.
That's right.
Inside, they found a library filled with magically blank books and a broken alchemy lab where they found a mysterious note apologizing for an incident and suggesting the reader kills the queen with the serpent crown to save the forest from its curse. Our heroes then entered the top floor after solving another riddle. Up there, they found more blank books, a desiccated corpse, and a glowing orb. Elron, unable to contain his curiosity, touched the orb. The rest of the party turned around just in time to see his body hit the floor. But first, let's cut to a bit that was recorded before the session started. All right, Elron, the last thing you remember was reaching out for the orb when suddenly you felt a great pull, like being abruptly yanked forward. You stand now on a surface that is a kaleidoscope of shifting crystals. Around you rises a dome that swirls with mist and crackles with arcane energy. What do you do?
First thing I do is like touch myself. I'm like, am I still me? Do my hands go through myself? Like,
So yeah,
I just want to make sure I'm here.
And you are able to touch yourself. Like, you're able to, you're corporeal. You're able to make contact with your body.
Okay, and then I kind of want to reach out around and see if I could feel anything in the air. Do I get any like sense of magical feel or like energy that comes to me or anything? Like,
I mean, I would say without even having to do a check, you would know that, like, this is an immensely, like, magical area that you're in. You can feel it, kind of the tingles in the air. You can also obviously see a lot of this, you know, with your eyes, everything that's kind of shooting around you, almost like sparks of lightning coming from the edges of this dome.
okay, and then the next thing that I want to do is just so that I can like tempt myself and test myself, more like it, to see if I can even use magic in this world. I want to cast the Mermaturgy and shout into this ethereal world and be like, anybody out there, you know?
Yeah, so you do whatever you need to do to cast Thaumaturgy, and your question booms out, kind of echoing off the walls.
Okay.
And after a second, the echoes kind of die down, and you hear a voice answer you that says, "Hello? Is somebody there?"
Yeah, where are you?
Well, I'm kind of everywhere, I suppose. I'm inside my phylactery. Who are you?
My name's Elron Prosperos. I'm one of the beacons of the realm. Who are you?
Well, odd that you don't know since you are here, and I do not know how you got here, but they called me the Arcanist back in my day. Madras is my name.
In the tower?
The tower, yes, it's my tower, the Arcanist's tower, they used to call it.
Oh, okay. How long have you been trapped in here?
The voice just kind of pauses for a second, and you kind of hear him respond with well, I honestly don't know how long I've been in here. It's kind of hard to keep time. Every once in a while, I see maybe a face appear on the side of the bowl, but right now, it's just you and me.
So you saw a face on the side of the ball. Did you perhaps see a golden-haired elf just a little bit ago?
Yes. I saw there were some faces in the reflection. I can't really tell exactly what's happening on the outside.
That was probably me. I had to touch it. I was curious.
Curious. Curiosity killed the tabaxi, I always say. Well, very pleased to meet you, Elron, was it?
Yeah, that's me. And I'll reach out my hand, like, fake shake, like.
Yeah, you're kind of just like shaking there, and he kind of says, "Oh my, I must apologize. I used to have a body in this place, a more corporeal form, but sadly I forgot what I looked like, and eventually I just vanished into pure consciousness."
I don't mean to be that guy, but I think your body's dead and desiccated in the outside world on a bed in the room where we found the crystal ball.
That would make sense then. So apparently it didn't work.
Yeah. What were you trying to do?
Well, now, I don't like giving my secrets away to just anybody. How should I know you won't run out there and try it on your own, or take credit for my findings?
Okay. How can I maybe raise the dead?
Well, raising the dead is not what I wanted to do.
Yeah, but I'm talking about for your sake, so maybe you can help us.
Oh, for my sake? Well, for both our sakes, really. If you're talking about being released, it's the only way that either of us are coming back. Time does pass rather weird in here, and I don't want to alarm you, but if any of my calculations were correct from before, your body has about 24 hours to live without your soul in it. Now, if your soul was in it, of course a body could go much longer, but unfortunately, without the soul, the body just ceases to exist, it seems. So if perhaps we are released before that time, you might find your soul has a place to go. Otherwise, frankly, you might be shit out of luck.
So we can't get your soul back out of here, is what you're saying. You're probably trapped in here.
That is not exactly true. You see, this is my experiment. This is my creation that we're in here. The orb is my artificial phylactery.
I got you. So how do I get my soul out of here, back into my body?
Oh, well, very, very simple. It must be shattered. Broken from the outside.
The ball?
However, yes, the orb. It must be destroyed.
Sorry. My apologies.
It's quite all right. Terminology is not important. I've changed it multiple times over the years I've been in here. Currently, the orb is the coolest thing to me. But if somebody were to shatter the orb, both of our souls would be released. Hopefully, if any of my experimenting was correct, I would at least be returned to my body, which should reanimate in a sort of undeath. You asked about my research.
So, like, you were before we get to that, when you say undeath, would that mean you would be after us, or would you be cognizant of me being in here and knowing each other?
As far as I know, I should be myself. It's rather unfortunate what happened to me, really. Okay. This was built to house my soul, but not my consciousness that was supposed to remain with my undead form. Unfortunately, I did not get something correct, and I was sucked in here, soul and mind alike. As you said, my body must be outside. As you saw, I've definitely been in here more than 24 hours. Likely years, judging by the state of it as you describe. However, I should hopefully be able to achieve some sort of permanent undeath. The only downside being, once my phylactery is destroyed, that's it for me. I cannot die again. Otherwise, I will cease to be. Unlike maybe another person who's, sought out lichdom in its pure form using necromancy, which I abhor, where they might come back, their phylactery exists. But for me, if somebody shatters this, that's it for me.
I do know of a lich. He's kind of after us, and I was hoping maybe I could use whatever was in this crystal ball, or orb as you call it. I'm sorry, but
Yes,
I was hoping I was hoping I could use some of his energy to help us defeat this lich. But it just kind of sucked my soul, I guess, into here, and I guess I'm here now talking to you.
I do apologize. It was a work in progress. The potion that I had taken was supposed to connect me with the orb, and that was supposed to complete the lichdom process. Of course, doing it my own way made it a little more difficult.
Yeah, I could see that. So what were you about to... so what is this energy in here? Is there anything that I can use to maybe help with that lich? Do you have anything for me that can maybe give us an advantage?
You say there's another lich running around. What do you know about this undead vermin?
Well, this lich... Well, let's go back a little bit. This was when we were the protectors of the realm.
Oh,
I don't know
protectors.
if you'd heard.
Yes, I had no idea what you were talking about when you were mentioning beacons. But yes, protect. Okay, so you are from the Citadel's protector program.
My dad
great
is
to see
Elron.
that still going. I'm very sorry. I'm not sure if I know it. Elron. I'm trying to think what. You appear to be an elf of some sort.
On the High Council.
I'm assuming you're a high elf then, with that beautiful blonde hair of yours.
Yes.
Indeed. Elren does not ring a bell to me. I did not have a whole lot of dealings on the Great Plateau, but
That's okay.
Prosperos rings a bit of a bell. Perhaps a family member, an ancestor, depending on how long I've been in here.
Yeah, maybe. But anyway, going back to my story here.
Yes. Apologies.
It started as, we were protectors of the realm, and we were at our initiation day. And this lich, he just appeared in the middle of our ceremony as we were about to give all our speeches and get crowned, and we got our weapons, and we were ready to go be protectors and go out into the world and defend Lenore. And the lich decided to break the party up, and he killed me and all my friends. One was a tiefling, one was an Aarakocra, I had a tabaxi, and a dwarf with me as well. And we all died. And then we woke back up in this weird room 20 years later. So we don't know what the lich was up to, but all we know is he's basically destroyed our home. The Citadel is now up in the sky with a big orc, kingdom basically below it, and
I don't I don't mean to interrupt you. What do you mean, this citadel is in the sky?
It means like the earth is raised up, like a big cone up out of the ground.
Oh dear. I fear that perhaps this lich of yours has discovered the island's monoliths.
Yeah, that might be the case. So we're going after this thing called the Undo Yuquian. And well, we aren't. He is. We kind of are now because he's going after it. But our goal is to get to it before he does, so that maybe we can use the Undo Yuquian to save Norton. Yeah. Does that ring a bell?
There's a bit of a silence for a little bit, and he says, "This sounds like something from my youth. I can't quite remember what I stumbled upon it, or it was told to me, but Ando Yukoyan, it sounds like something that the old Elf Lord Sand might have been involved with. I know he was busy building some sort of artifact, but the memory of it cannot come to me."
What do you know he wanted to try with? Like, what did he want to do with it? Like, what was it made to do? Like, why is this such a special weapon, I guess? Why, other than it maybe increases your powers, does it give you, I mean, is that mainly the best benefit that can come from it, is having just these uber powers that are beyond the,
It is not like Lord Sand, I do not believe, to seek out immense power. No, he was something of an illusionist, Lord Sand. He oftentimes would do something with his right hand to distract you, while his real cause was carried out with his left. He was always 2 steps ahead of most. I've read a few of his scrolls from back in the day, studied them. I am a scholar myself, but I don't think he would have gone for all-out power.
Okay. Either way, all we know, the Lich is after it. We have to stop him. We have to get it for ourselves.
Would you just do me just an old elf, just a little favor, and describe this lich for me?
Oh my god, you're putting me on the spot. I don't remember what he looks like.
Your character would definitely remember a little bit. So I would say, give me a quick history roll just to see how much you kind of remember, and I'll tell you what you remember.
That would be great. That is a 21.
21, yeah. So the first thing you remember are the glowing pricks of light in his just sunken black eye sockets that stared deep into your souls when you first encountered him 20 years ago when you were at your graduation ceremony. You remember his skeletal face with curtains of flesh kind of spread across, clinging to the bone. You remember his large, billowing robes. You remember the horns that protruded out from the hood. And as you describe this, you almost hear this disembodied voice give an audible gasp. And it continues and says, this cannot be. From the description you give me, it sounds like Valmor the Vengeful has come back, but that can't be. He was sealed away. Nobody would have. And he just kind of trails off.
What do you mean sealed away? Do you know where we could find his seal? Like his tomb or his...
I know not how he was imprisoned, only that he was indeed sealed away after the war of many people thousands of years ago. He had become obsessed with power. He found a path to lichdom through necromancy, which most do, the thing that I was attempting to avoid. I do not know what they did to him. The only thing that I know for sure is the Wood Elves have some sort of powerful relic that has connections to Valmore. I believe it is kept in a monument deep in the Elder Forest.
Okay. Well, that's a bit of a problem. The Elder Forest has changed, but maybe we can find the Wood Elves to maybe help us find this powerful relic, or maybe they're keeping it safe.
Quite possibly, yes. The Wood Elves are very, as I am one of them, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but very sly. Very good at protecting our own. If you go, perhaps, if you're out of here, to the capital of Illyria, you might be able to find some sort of hints toward this relic.
Okay. I will say, you are much more respondable than the last Wood Elves I met.
Ah, yes, well, some of them like to play a little cards close to the chest, if you will. And he pauses once again, and he says, "It appears as though your friends have become concerned." And sure enough, you kind of look up, and on the side of the dome, you start seeing these gigantic faces appear, kind of swirling in the mist, and you can tell that these are the gigantic faces of your friends, likely outside the orb, looking down on it. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and head back to the party.
Oi, what the fuck? And I go to pick him up.
Yeah, you
Is he alive?
pick him up. He's limp.
I shake him.
You shake him.
You're gonna
I'll
shake
I'll
him?
cast Spare the
Yeah, I was
Dying
like,
on
let's
him.
try to help.
I was trying. That's all I know.
Is that I know, you just murder people as you walk by.
So Clay, you run up to him and you kind of cradle and kind of give him a little jostle. His limbs kind of flopping. He's warm. You can feel life in him. Snickerdoodle, you walk up to him and you cast Spare the Dying. This does not seem to have an effect.
He's
Can I
not
do
dead.
a medicine
He's still
check?
alive.
Can I see if he's unconscious? Like if he's down to 0?
Do a medicine check.
Okay, so 14 plus 5. Wow, that's cool. 19.
19, yeah, you kind of give him a check over, you check his pulse a little bit, maybe you open his eyes, see how his pupils respond. He's alive. His pulse is beating, very healthy.
No shallow breathing or anything. He's just out. Is that
No, he's like-
sleeping?
He's breathing. You don't know if he's sleeping because he's not waking up when you shake him.
So I'm gonna cast Message and
That's cool.
touch him or point at him and just say, "Hey, Elron, can you hear me? Are you okay?"
Yeah, 'cause
can
he's not asleep. He's just here.
So yeah, you point your finger towards Elron, and you whisper this message. You don't get a reply back from the body.
Tickle him.
You tickle him. His body lays there.
Ah, he's dead. Call it.
Is his
He's not
heart
dead,
beating?
though.
Like, he's not dead. He's alive.
Ah, whatever. Fine. I set him gently on the ground.
I don't know, we can like strap him to one of our backs, just bring him along for the ride.
All right. Yeah, that is an option. Let's keep that in mind.
We're gonna
Has
put a
it-
pin in that one.
Has the orb changed at all? Like, did
Yeah.
the orb do anything after he touched it?
So after he touched the orb, go ahead and, because you guys are all kind of doing different things, but I will let you give me a Snickerdoodle perception check to see if you caught anything.
14.
With a 14, I would say that what drew you to look around right before you watched his body collapse, is there was a very brief flash.
Mm.
And with a 14, you're not sure if it came from the orb for sure, but it's a reasonable guess because there's nothing else really behind it. Like around it. It's the orb.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
It's just I'm not gonna do a ritual because I feel like it's a little more urgent. Do I see that his like typical magical aura has changed or has a different type of magic on it?
Excuse me, sorry about that. Had to burp. So yeah, you're trying to check out his aura. His body still does have a magical aura to it that you might expect to find on a cleric. There is something off. There's something just a little bit different about it. It's almost like it's not coming at you like full blast.
Okay. And then I want to turn around and look at two other things while I have this. I'm going to glance at the magic orb looking thing, which I'm assuming has...
bursting, multicolor aura around it.
Sick. And then I'm going to look at the desecrated looking body, like zombified,
Yep.
you said? On the
Yeah, it's like
on the
very
bed.
desiccated, yeah, very shrunken in.
The cup in particular.
Okay. It does have faint traces. You can see that there's like just a little bit of what looks like maybe like a liquid in there that's giving off just like the faintest like little aura.
Okay. So, I mean, so you guys would all see Chase's, if you were looking at Chase, his eyes would get all big and cat-like with their little cat glow, like it's nighttime. Okay. Okay, he something's on him. There's something different about him, like his typical magic juju. It looks different. So I think there might be something on him. But that thing's just billowing magic. But I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna like point over at the kind of like use my head and point that way. Something about that cup. Did the body have a glow or just the cup?
Just the cup. The body seemed to be completely like just dead, like nothing with it.
Okay. There's nothing on the body but that cup. There's something special about that. I'm guessing when I would look at the bookshelves, do they have a light magic to them?
I would assume that they probably glow because, as you know, they've got they are magically erased, basically. So that enchantment would give you a bit of a aura as well.
I don't think I'd actually mention it. I would just note that. But yeah,
Boy, what about this table here?
with the 7 whatevers.
Where are the
Yeah,
whatevers? There's a table
ju-
here.
Yeah, there's just a seems like a plain wooden table. It's got like just 7 glass bottles on it.
Can I inspect
Like
them?
empty glass bottles?
Yeah, they're empty. Yeah, you can go up and inspect them. Doesn't seem to be anything special about them, except that they're arranged neatly.
Oh,
I don't see anything on those either. No magic. But what's up with Elron? We gotta wake him up.
I'm trying to decide what to do with this goblet by the dead body. These 7 random cups here feel suspicious. Why would
The
any...
whole room kind of feels suspicious, you know?
Yeah, that's a valid point. Okay.
That's true.
Everything's
But
fine.
yeah, it's like just kind of a spooky place. But
Clay's gonna walk over, and I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna pick up the goblet
That biscuit.
by the dead
Get
guy.
That biscuit.
yeah,
Yeah, you pick it up. It's just like a partially broken bottle. It's got like a little droplet of liquid still inside of it.
Ooh, I want to drink the liquid, but that seems like a bad idea.
take a drink.
Man, I kind of want you to drink it too, but I really kind of don't.
Yeah,
All right, bottoms up
woo
Oh,
for
God.
science.
for science. And Clay,
For science.
a little sip.
Science is so amazing.
So there's not really enough for a sip. Again, it is like just a little droplet, and you kind of hold the bottle upside down as it like kind of slowly makes its way down and kind of drips off, and it kind of hits somewhere on your lip, and you just kind of feel like a little droplet hit there. It kind of sizzles, it burns a bit, but there's not really enough of whatever this is to have more of an effect than that.
Okay.
Did it
Guys,
taste good?
Yeah, no, it's a little sizzle. It's like a kombucha fireball thing.
Sounds
Wait,
terrible.
it sizzled? It probably would have killed you, man. Maybe he just drank that shit and got and fucking died.
Yeah, but there wasn't a lot of it. It was.
Can I feel my tongue? Am I like losing taste buds?
No, it's a little tingly, like you licked a 9-volt.
Been there. I don't know. It
Love
just
that
seems
for you.
spicy. Can I investigate the body a little bit? Is there anything on or around the body that's suspicious?
Yeah, you can give me an investigation. Tell you what you see.
Oh, that's bad. Investigate.
Promising.
Oh, 6.
I mean, it's a body.
I hit him around with my hand axe a little bit, just like, yeah, it's there.
You,
Look
you,
at
you,
that
you
body.
poke at it, kind of moves a little bit.
Right, well, shit, what do we got to do about Elron? We got to figure this out.
I don't know. I don't know what to do for him. I mean, health isn't gonna help. You did spare the dying. We didn't technically heal him, did we?
No, he did spare the
No.
dying.
Oh, I have a of some sort. Hold on, where is it? I think I have like just basic cure wounds. I can try that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Try
put
it.
my face or put my hand over his entire face and cast cure wounds.
Yeah, so you kind of see like this little green light, almost like a springtime green, that surrounds Elron's body. No effect.
Damn it.
God damn.
Should we make him touch the orb again?
Or somebody else? Should we touch the orb?
Who feels best right now? Because I'm rough, but not dead.
I'm feeling pretty adequate right now.
I'm feeling like a solid quarter of how I usually feel. I'm not feeling good.
I'm feeling all right.
Wait, so someone else is gonna touch the orb to like join
I don't know.
Elron?
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel
So
about
we have
that
two
one.
dead body or two alive unconscious
Alive
bodies
dead
to
bodies.
figure out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over to the table here with the 7. What are they? Just like faces or something?
It's just
Oh,
glass
bottles.
bottles. Yeah.
Gas bottles. I'm gonna move one. The one at 6 o'clock. I'm gonna move it to the center of the table. See what happens.
What happens is you move the one at 6 o'clock to the center of the table.
Sick.
Well,
Sick.
fuck. I've done all I know.
I'm gonna go pick up the chalice again. I mean, or who's holding it?
Clay had drank out of it. I don't know if he's still holding it or not.
I put it back down by the body.
Okay, I'm gonna go pick it up. Do I notice anything else about it? Like, notice it, like, trying to look at the magic part of it? Like, do I see it emanating? Can I tell what this is? What school
it
of
is-
magic?
Because he drank the last little drop, there is nothing else emanating out of this. It is auraless.
Ah,
Wait,
okay.
check my
Tried
stomach.
it.
I check my stomach. Is my
No,
stomach
I
maybe-
won't be
glowing?
able to see it in you that much.
Maybe try
Okay,
to use
that's
it on
fine.
the orb.
You want me to throw up on the orb?
No,
Oh,
the
the cup-
chalice.
Oh, the
The
chalice.
chalice is nothing.
Yeah,
I'm
try
looking at
throwing
it
up
right
on the
now.
orb next, though.
And I'm like, if I could, I wanted to, like, I was gonna say, like, just look at it, but I forgot, like, you can't look at it like I am. But anyway, it's not glowing anymore, and I toss it on the bed. It's nothing. It's just a stupid cup.
Is there anything else around the room that like looks like worth looking at or looking into?
Yeah,
Why don't
do
you
I
give me an
notice any glowy
investigation?
shit? Do I see more
That's
glowy
all
shit?
the glowy shit. The biggest glowy shit that you see is just like everything's kind of coming from obviously the magic users, and then the orb is like think of the what is it, the master machine or whatever it is at the end of the Matrix when he walks up to it and it's just this huge thing of light. That is like where all the magic seem to be kind of encompassing in this room.
Okay. Wait,
What?
anyone
A
else can? There's no
3.
more stairs here, huh?
Well, we're on the
Uh,
top floor.
Snickerdoodle with a 3, yeah, you just kind of glance around the room really quickly. You're like, it doesn't seem to be anything
And
that
this-
helps.
These like green cracks in the floor, is that just from when Elron touched the orb?
No, those were pre-existing.
Just there. Okay,
Um,
same with the scorch marks.
Correct, and I believe that an insight was done on those. It basically came up like some sort of like magical explosion or something in the past just happened
Okay.
at this point.
Nice. All right, so who's gonna carry Elron's corpse? And
I think maybe we should maybe we should touch the ball. Maybe
Go
that's
touch
how
the
we
ball,
get
Chase.
the guys here.
We should
Should
put
we all
Elron in the
touch the
bag of
ball?
holding.
I don't think you're supposed to put like people in the bag of holding.
All right,
I'm pretty
we'll put a
sure
pin
it's
in
like
that.
some.
Hey, who
Yeah,
all can heal? You can still heal, right?
I can.
Do I
I'm
do
gonna
an
throw
insight check to
you-
see if I still need to do this or not? Yeah, something
Still do what? Sorry.
like touch this. Like, is that what I think the smart move is?
Okay, so yeah, so I'm just gonna say, why don't we just do a group insight check? Just you guys are all thinking really hard right now, so let's see how your characters react.
Yeah,
Thinking
maybe we should, like, do some jumping
I am not
jacks.
thinking hard.
I'm gonna
I
do
got
some jumping
6.
jacks and come back into this. You said
Airless is very distracted by these books. She's staring at the wall, apparently. Got with a
30, 20,
6.
12 plus 8. That plus 8's nice.
I bet.
Clay got a 15.
15.
I'm really studying all the bottles. I'm like, do I put them in a different shape? Oh, there's something here.
I'm trying to ignore him with the bottle.
Yeah, he's just over there like scraping him around on the table.
Maybe if I make them in the shape of a star. It did nothing.
Snickerdoodle, what was yours?
How about a 5?
A 5.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
sorry,
you
buddy.
and me, we're just staring at the wall.
It's just the table scraping by Clay is just so annoying. Chase,
in
you're
the
racking your
bottles.
brain. You know it has nothing to do with the bottles, Chase. Even though Clay persists. You know in your heart of hearts that it does have to do with this orb. You know that you need to do something with it, but you don't, and again, Dirty 20 is pretty good. You don't want to touch it and have the same fate as Elron. So you think there must be some sort of alternative other than like placing a bare hand on it.
Oh,
A
okay.
fake hand or a stick.
Yeah, I was gonna say we hit it with a rock.
Or a
I'm gonna
mage hand.
I'm gonna reach out with my staff and touch it.
So you reach out with your staff and you touch it, you just like lay it gently on.
Yeah, just very like easily, like I'm waiting for any type of reaction. Just like
Yeah, so you kind of reach out and you're
I'm
just,
gonna
like,
try
barely-
this. I'm gonna try this.
And you kind of ting against it, and you do see that there is just an ever so gently, just a little light glow, like bing, as soon as you touch it. You are not sucked out of your body. You remain.
Did I get any
Bro,
other
what'd
feeling,
you
or I just
do?
saw the light? I just touched it. Should I stay on there longer?
Yeah, touch it.
Boy, I think so. I got your back. I'll pull you out in case you go in too deep.
I'm gonna still go really slow because I don't want to break anything, but I'm gonna try to stay on for a second.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you do it again very gingerly, and as soon as your staff touches it, it does kind of tink and glow again. The glow dissipates, and then nothing happens as your staff remains on there.
Okay. Elron, can you hear me?
There is no response.
What
it,
if we do
Elron.
multiple tings?
Can we see anything with like the orb? Did it change at all?
No, just kind of swirling mists inside.
Well, yeah. Then I'll set my staff on it as well.
Yeah, I'll get my
there
quarter
anyone-
staff and stab it.
Is there anyone else in here?
So
Difficult.
yeah, you guys all kind of do this, and you get the same thing. Airless, when you say stab, how like are you like jutting at this thing, or are you kind of gingerly touching it?
Like, I wouldn't say it's like a super aggressive jab, but like I don't want to just be touching it. I just want to like, whoop.
Yeah, so kind of the same thing. And you guys are just like kind of like standing in like a semicircle, kind of like placing your different assorted rods on this orb, and it kind of glows gently. But nothing seems to happen with just a slight amount of pressure.
So
Reminds
now
me
I
of
stab it.
Bandcamp.
Now I want to do the
I
full
mean,
shank.
if we're gonna go for it, and I pull out
Shank it
sword
with
and
me.
hammer.
Shake.
So
Whoa.
Airless, would you give me an attack roll then with
Oh.
whatever you're shanking it with?
I have my
Nice.
quarterstaff in my hand. That's the wrong die. Does a 16 hit?
So with a 16, you're able to kind of drive it right into the side of the sphere without it glancing off. You see a crack start coming down as you strike the orb. It emits a blinding flash of light, causing you all to kind of turn away quickly. As your vision returns to normal, you are suddenly aware that the shadows caused by the flash still remain on the floor. One by one, they rise, filling out their shapes in 3 dimension.
Oh, what?
Elron, inside the orb, you feel everything shudder violently. You hear the Arcanist's voice say, "I think your friends have it figured out. Good luck to you all." And as he says this, Elron, a form starts to materialize in front of you. And it isn't long until you recognize the golden hair and the blue robes, even the mace it wields. Your doppelganger smiles back at you as it grips its mace, readying for battle. Chase, 4 shadows have just appeared. What do you do?
I'm guessing I'm getting pretty upset by kill me vibes from these guys.
They definitely have a little bit of, maliciousness to them, I would say.
Okay. I was gonna say, let me actually look at the map. I was looking at this. Okay. Well, let's try. Oh shit.
Let's try talking to them.
No, I'm not gonna. Chase has done.
Never worked.
That bad thing. Chase
Maybe
has
they
done
wanna
that.
take a
It
break
works
from their job.
sometimes.
No, man.
Hey, we're the
Chase has
shadow
been
people
fucked
now.
over so many times.
Yeah, that's just life. Sometimes you get fucked over. Sometimes you fuck
and
other people over.
Sometimes you fucking learn. It's nice, but then sometimes you learn, and here we are learning. So
What? No.
The shadows advance.
I know.
there's 10
They're
people.
coming.
Okay. Oh, that hurts everybody though. I'm going to cast Ice Knife. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna cast Ice Knife. So I'll take a hit off my joint and I'll blow it into my hand or my paw, and it'll condense down and freeze out, and then I'll fling them off like little daggers essentially, and do. Oh, gross. A 13.
13?
Yeah.
Excuse me, that'll
the
hit.
one on the bottom. The one on the bottom.
So yeah,
Okay.
so you shoot out towards Shadow Chase.
Oh, Shadow Chase. Now that I'm looking at it. Oh, God. All right. I missed the part where they looked exactly like. I heard Elron, but I missed the part where ours did too.
They're surrounding
sick.
us.
There
That's
are
sick.
shadows that got burned into the floor.
Yeah.
Hell
Like
yeah.
I said, I look perfect. I'm not. Okay, so I'm gonna do 1d10 damage, and so you take 6 damage. Nope, no, ignore the roll. I didn't mean to click that. Oh, that's cool. It's a nat 20, but ignore the roll. And then so it takes 6 damage. Plus, it's going to needs to succeed on a dex saving throw of I think 6.
Yeah, and what type of damage is that? Is that cold damage?
Piercing damage is the first 6.
Oh, nice. Okay.
This next part is cold damage.
So it's got a 14 for its dex save.
Okay, so it fails, and it's going to take 5 plus 5, so 10 damage.
So
Cold
it
damage.
will take half of that because it is resistant to cold damage, as you see it kind of take the piercing damage full on, but it doesn't seem affected too much by the cold.
Damn.
Sick.
Was that 11 points total?
Say that again. Oh, no, it was 10 plus 6, so altogether it was 16.
But
Sorry,
minus
half.
5.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, I'm all caught up. Yes. And then I guess that's gonna be it. I'm probably gonna move back a little closer to Elron,
Okay, yeah.
and then I'll stay here. That'll be it. I'm keeping my eye mostly on Chase, but trying to watch the other shadows.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, Snickerdoodle, these shadows just appeared out of nowhere. And actually, I'm so sorry. There's one thing that I forgot that's a little bit special about this fight. Is you see this shadow kind of tilts its head after it's taken this damage from you, and it's going to run back up at you, Chase. And it is going to what looks like your shadow staff swipe through you. And that is going to be a 15 to hit.
That's my AC.
That's your AC? All right. So as it swipes, it makes contact, and you take 5 plus 2, so 7 points of necrotic damage. And your strength score is going to decrease by 4.
Wow,
Whoa.
necrotic damage sucks.
Like, permanently?
No,
Oh, just for this fight?
for now.
Oh man, what does that do? I would be at
Tell a
3.
long rest, basically.
Oh god. Yeah.
Yeah, so Snickerdoodle, you watch Chase
don't know how
trade
to do
blows
that.
with his shadow. What are you doing?
I'm gonna point at my shadow and be like, "We do not have to do this." And is there a response?
In your voice, it responds, "Oh yes, we do."
Then I will cast my mage armor.
Derek, you should say, "Oh yes, we
Ka-ching,
do."
ka-ching, ka-ching.
And I will use my bonus action to cast my shillelagh while holding my staff of power out and bracing for an attack.
All right, are you ready? Ready in action then?
No, because I used my action, so I don't think I
Oh.
can. Yeah,
Wait, what was your
yeah.
action? What did I?
Casting mage armor.
Duh, mage armor. I even heard you say it. Okay, yes. Any movement?
I'm gonna move just a little bit away from everybody, kind of up here, just
Okay.
to keep a little clear up to everybody.
So you watch as this shadow also extends out its shadowy staff of power, similar to yours, as it rushes towards you, and it swipes with this with an 18.
That's gonna hit.
Yeah, so it comes down with the shadowy staff, and it's going to hit you for 10 points of necrotic damage, and your strength is going to be reduced by 1 point.
Okay.
Clay, you're watching these guys battle with their shadows. What are you doing?
Oi, I look at my doppelganger. I'm like, I hate to kill something so pretty, and I'm gonna rage out. It's party time, bitches.
Ooh.
I've been working on catchphrases. We'll see how it goes. But anyway,
Party time's good. I like party time.
it's party time. I pull out the Sterling hammer and I'm gonna swing at my doppelganger.
Yeah, go for it.
Wish I would've rolled better. Unfortunately, wait, I gotta add 1 because it's Sterling hammer. So, 13.
13 hits.
All right. 9.
9 points of damage as you bring down the hammer on top of this bad boy.
Oh, I'm sorry, brother. I feel like we could have shared a drink in another life. And then I'm gonna do another action, and I'm gonna do the exact same thing.
Yeah, bring it back around.
18, so that hits.
You know it.
Let's see. 6.
So yeah, 6 more points of damage as you kind of ka-chung, whoop, ka-chung, and just nail this guy twice with the Sterling hammer.
And also, I forgot that with raging and everything, and with my Sterling hammer, he moves back 10 feet every time I hit it.
Oh, so he got smashed back?
Yes.
Boom. Yeah, so yeah, you see the shadow kind of fly back.
Does he fly into the table with all the orbs the bottles that I was trying to figure out?
No, he flew
All
against the
your
wall.
work gone.
All right, so I send him back with a force, and that's my turn.
All right. Yeah, so he kind of gets up, dusts himself off, You see him take out a shadowy sterling hammer as he screams in a rageful howl, and he charges back at you. How about a 17?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yes, you're going to take 4 points of necrotic damage, and you're going to be down 1 point in your strength.
No, that's my identity.
Elron, we come to you inside the orb.
Is mine
You
not
see-
a shadow?
It is not a shadow. It is almost an exact copy. Features just a little bit distorted from what you remember.
I'm gonna look at it kind of questioningly and being like, don't want to hurt myself. So I see that he has the mace in his hand, so I'm gonna pull out my mace and I'm just gonna attack it twice just to see what happens. Once first, and then see what happens after that.
Okay, yeah, swing.
How about a 9?
Yeah, no, so you're a little bit thrown off by the appearance of yourself. So when you try to run up and swing at him the first time, you just don't quite make contact.
And I'll try a second time. 2-weapon
Yeah.
fighting. 21 on this one.
Yeah, that one nails it right across the jaw.
I gotta remember what's the damage.
This is
1.
also the first time we've heard Dustin's voice for 30 minutes. This is great.
1 point of
One?
damage.
There's
Yeah,
no
a whole
plus to
whopping-
that?
Nope. It's a whole whopping 1.
Nice.
So yeah, you kind of
Damn
like
it.
come across his jaw, but you kind of just nick it. And he turns back to you, Elron, and in your voice, he said, "Oh, poor little Elron, can't do anything without his daddy." And he
Oh,
brings
man.
up
Oh shit!
his mace, and he comes across with it swinging at you, and he is also going to miss, almost a mere reflection of your miss from earlier, as he just kind of like stands there glaring. That's gonna bring us to Aerolus. Back outside the orb, you've got shadows surrounding you.
I am going to hold on. Is it 10 feet wide?
Aerolus's sound effects are brought to you by.
No, I'm here.
Pattering things on the floor. That's right. Get your pattering things. Back
Okay.
to you.
I'm wanting to shoot or cast Gust of Wind at Snickerdoodles.
Shadow?
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. What did I click?
Shadow
That's
Doodle?
not what I wanted. Yeah, I want to cast, Gust of Wind at Shadow Doodle. So, unfortunately, that also hits Snickerdoodle. So, that's deeply unfortunate. It's 10 feet across. So, yeah, that'll hit him. Sorry, Snickerdoodle. Oh, I guess, hold on. I could do it slightly over here.
Is it not a cone?
It does not say a cone. What does it say? A line of strong wind, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide.
A line that's 10 feet wide. Yeah, okay.
Could you move a
So
little
if I shoot it here, it'll avoid Snickerdoodle, but
Could
hit
you
the
move?
shadow.
Correct. Yes, correct.
I don't want to move. I don't know what's gonna
Well,
fucking
I mean,
happen.
you could move slightly if you needed to.
Or,
That's all.
and hear me out, I just do this. So,
That's true.
so I am gonna cast it slightly off behind Shadow Doodle, so it doesn't hit Snickerdoodle.
For sure.
And then the Shadow's gonna have to do a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away.
Yeah, he rolls a 13.
He fails, so he's now 15 feet back in the direction of my line.
Yeah, so you see him just kind of like, and get thrown against the opposite wall.
Woo, wonderful. And then that's that. So, and then think I'm just gonna kind of actually I want to turn over my shoulder and just like spit at the shadow chase. Just
Yeah, you just spit right at him.
perfect. That's all I wanted to do, and then I'm gonna stand there, not doing anything else.
That's so rude.
As you turn your head back from spitting on Shadow Chase to see your own shadow rushing up to you. And it's going to whip out a shadowy sword and swing at you for a 13.
That does not hit me.
Yeah, so Airless, you see this thing unsheath its sword, and you duck just in time as it swings over your head. Chase, that's going to be back to you.
Okay. I am going to cast.
He's nice and lubed up for you.
Oh God, what? I hate that you said that. Man, it's kind of small and it's not that big. Never mind, I might change. I'm going to cast. Healing Word on myself. So I'm gonna. This time when I take a hit off the joint, I breathe it. I'll kind of blow it just out over just right out in front of me, and it's gonna cover me. It'll be all pink. Bright pink this time because I'm gonna cast Healing Word at a 3rd level on myself.
Ooh!
So it's 46 plus 5. I don't have them all in front of me, so I'm just gonna click see what happens. That's a lot of ones. 20's fine. Okay.
20's good.
Alright, it was fine. Okay, and then this guy is still right in front of my fucking face. I really hate that he's right in front of my face. Healing Word was a bonus action. I'm also, it doesn't take an action. While it's coming over me, I'll use my natural recovery, and it lets me heal up to 4 spell slots worth of spells. So I did 2 level 1s and 1 level 2. And I can do that once per long rest.
Okay, yeah. Good use. Anything else?
God, I do want this guy to get out of my fucking face. I'm gonna poison spray the guy in front, the Chase, just right in front of me. So I'm gonna shoot poison spray at him.
Yeah, so you shoot
19.
your poison spray out, and even though you connect, it just seems to kind of pass right through the shadow.
Fuck. And then I guess I'm going to... Shit, I'll just stay here. I don't know what else to do. I'm just facing down Chase. Let's do it.
Yeah. So he comes right back at you, swinging with his shadow staff once again, and he's gonna crit.
Oh.
So that is going to be a 6 plus. Shit.
My lucky point would make you re-roll that, right?
I believe that is correct.
Then I'm gonna use that, and I have.
I believe that's how we did it last time.
So yeah, I'm gonna use my last lucky point to have you.
Yeah. Time reverses. He swings you again. This time he just hits with a regular old 21.
Still hurts though.
He does hit you with 8 points of necrotic damage, and your strength score is reduced by another 2 points.
I'm at 0 then. Wait, no, I'm at 1. I'm at 1.
Okay.
I'm at 1.
Oh.
And
Okay.
How much damage?
Oh boy.
That was 10 points of necrotic damage. No, sorry. 8 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Okay.
I have 1 strength left.
Snickerdoodle.
So I'm gonna cast my Eldritch Blast at the Shadow Me. And I'm gonna shoot both beams at him.
For sure.
And that is going to be, I roll those separate, right?
Yes, you do.
Okay. So it's gonna be 19
Hits?
and 24.
Yeah, it really hits.
So that's gonna be 17 points of damage.
Yeah. So these blasts of energy shoot right towards this guy. You hit him twice, and the shadow almost like flickers for a second as it rushes back towards you, Snickerdoodle. Anything else in your turn?
No. Nope. I think that's all that I will do.
All right, yeah, comes back at you, screaming almost as it whips its staff at you. That sounds funny. It's gonna go right around you as you kind of dodge out of the way, and it misses. Clay, that is you, buddy.
Oi, I'm still not done with my shadow clay. So I'm gonna swing my sterling hammer again. Dice tower. I rolled wait, nope. Oh, 19.
Yeah, no, that makes contact.
10 damage. Oi,
10 points.
Oi, it's party time! I hit him right in the chest.
Yeah, you swing through it and just make solid contact, and even though this is a shadowy figure, you can see that it's like kind of shooken up by this, and he flies 10 feet back.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, so he flies back against the wall again, and the shadow wisps are kind of coming off of it, Clay, as it kind of flickers in and out of existence for a little bit before solidifying again.
All right, something's keeping these some bitches alive. Can't quite kill him. I feel like I'm gonna move back here with the group. Maybe help Chase here.
I just feel so fucking weak.
All right, I'm gonna try to take this shadow Chase by surprise. Hit him again with a sterling hammer.
Yeah, and do that with advantage because he's technically flanked at this point.
I rolled a natural 20.
Bring the fucking hammer down.
All right on the skull.
Taking all my strength to hold my staff up. Right.
All right, 15.
Yeah, that hits. What do you mean 15? 15 damage? Sorry, you already rolled in that 20. 15 damage?
Yep.
And is that including your double and everything?
Yep.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah. So Chase, you bring this thing down through the skull, and you see as this thing. What?
Oh, Clay.
Yes.
The other Chase.
The other Chase.
Clay. Yeah, and you see as this thing just Clay. You see as this thing dissipates, as the shadow just kind of like breaks into a million different pieces.
Oh shit, I was wrong. Okay, yeah, no, let's kill these some bitches.
Oh god, that was fucking scary.
I thought they were unkillable, but turns out I have the power.
Yeah, so yours is gonna run back at you, Clay, and it's gonna swipe at you with its shadow hammer. It's gonna roll a dirty 20 on that one.
Uh-oh.
And that's gonna be 6 points of necrotic damage, and you're gonna lose 2 points off your strength.
Oh man, this hammer's feeling a lot heavier right now.
Back inside the orb, Elron, you are face to face with your doppelganger.
Can I see anything on the outside now, or is it still? Am I still in ether world?
So you just kind of see those people that are kind of closer to the orb. You almost see their faces swimming on the outside of it, contorting with the different swirls of mist, but you can't really see anything definitively.
I was just hoping since Airless cracked it, maybe I could see more. But...
You definitely felt it when she struck it.
Okay. With that being said, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at my naughty self. And
My God.
Naughty boy.
19. Does that hit?
Hits, yes.
That is 46. I don't know where that went. Not bad. 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage, yeah. You just kind of whack this guy really good with that one. Oh, and you said, yes, and you had a radiant, so strike comes down as well, combining with that, yeah. And, yeah, he shook for a second, but he resumes his sneer. And he starts taunting you again. He's like, oh, look at the little high elf. So weak, almost dying as a child. We had to wait for divine intervention to bring us back. You are nothing. And he's going to swing, and I actually forgot this last time. He actually has a multi-attack. So he's going to use 2 slam attacks on you this time. As he swings back and forth with his slam. The first one hitting you for a 22. The second one hitting you with an 18. So that's going to be 2d6 plus 4 for each of those. I drop my dice. So the first one is... It doesn't count. First one's going to be a 6 plus 2, so it's going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and then another 6 points of bludgeoning damage as he kind of just bam, bam, hits you back and forth with this thing. Did you have any movements you wanted to do?
I mean,
now
no.
that I beat you up.
No, I mean, I can't really go anywhere. He's going to go right back at me.
He was going to go right back at you. That's kind of why
Yeah.
I thought narratively it sounded good, but then I retracted that by asking you, okay, Airless, back outside the orb. You just saw Clay smash one of the shadows and it disappeared into a million bits.
I will then switch to my longbow, and I guess I'm like super duper close to my my shadow, and then I'm all up on Chase's shit. Then, oh, geez, I have the wrong tool. I will take a few steps back, closer to the orb, about here-ish. And,
so as you swipe back, you see it try to get at you with its shadow sword, but it's just not quick enough as you move out of the way.
Yes, okay. So I take the couple steps back, and then with my bow, I will shoot at Shadow Airless once.
Yeah, shoot a higher than a 2 and you hit.
Oh, cool. So does an 11 plus
good
thing.
bow.
Yes, it obviously does.
So the oh shit, what's the 1d8? Okay, which is where's my d8? There it is. 13 damage.
Yeah, so you just right into it, and even though it is like this shadowy consistency, you see that the arrow sticks in it and it does not move.
Ooh, very cool. I
And
will.
sorry, what was the damage on that one more time? 16?
13.
13. Gotcha.
And then I will do it again. So,
Do it again! Pop,
Do
pop,
it
pop.
again. Does a 27 hit.
You know it does.
And then this time it is 9 damage.
9 damage, yeah. So this, once again, you kind of see the same thing the other guy saw. It kind of flickers in and out a little bit before reforming itself.
Okay, and then I will chill where I am.
Yeah, so it is going to rush at you. Clay, do you want to give me an attack of opportunity, just a regular melee attack really fast?
I rolled a 15.
That hits.
All right. Wait, against what?
Roll your damage, buddy.
Oh,
I was
sorry.
gonna say, he can technically use his hammer, can he? Because it's melee.
Oh, it is his hammer, yeah.
That is. Oh wow, that's really fucking good.
Woo!
Would like to hear.
Fuck her up.
11.
11, yeah. So, Airless, you watch after you just landed 2 arrows in this thing's chest. It comes at you, and just as it's about to slice down on you, you see a flash of silver as the sterling hammer collides with this thing, once again dissipating it into a million pieces, and it disappears.
Hell yeah.
Oi!
Nice.
Clay
High
finally
five.
got one.
Oh, we do like an air five.
Air five. Yes. Oi, 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 oi.
Oi. I'll join in.
Chase, I believe that's back to you then.
Okay. Well, that ranged attack doesn't work. Okay.
I'm still looking at arrows.
Magic
like,
users,
that was
ladies and
fucking
gentlemen.
cool.
Right, like
I know, there's just so many different things.
all the things.
Yeah, shit. I don't even know what I really want to do. Chase is like super weak and half dead and just looking around.
Bet on it.
Haktua.
Fur's a little torn out. Your whiskers are kind of everywhere.
Kind of
It's like a
afraid.
cat that just
I'm
woke
gonna-
up from like a really long, he's like matted fur.
Yes.
I'm gonna look at the shadow that's by Snickers and shoot him with
Yeah.
attempt with another ice knife. So I'll blow my smoke into my paw again and shoot it off.
Yeah,
let's
go for it.
do 17.
Yeah, 100% hits. By now, you guys should know these guys have an AC of 12.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask every time because I love asking. So 10. So 10 piercing damage.
10
then-
piercing damage. Before any of the cold damage can even take effect, you see as this Eifnice enters the shadow and it blows up into a cloud of nothing.
Hell yeah.
That's sick.
Oh,
Fuck you, shadows.
thanks for that.
And then I immediately I'm laying down on the ground now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
You are
curl up a
so
little bit.
cool, Chase.
Snickerdoodle, there's just one more shadow remaining in front of Clay. It is Clay's shadow.
Don't touch my shadow.
Oh, I'm gonna touch your shadow. I want to move, but I can't seem to grab my guy.
Well, that's too bad.
Okay, there we go. All right, I'm gonna move over there, and then I will cast my Eldritch Blast again, and I
Do
will
it.
shoot both beams.
I dare
The first one is gonna be a 12. Actually,
Yeah.
It's gonna be a 14, but the other one will be a 16.
Yeah, both of them just boom, boom. How does this last one go down without even needing your damage?
But you don't know what I'm gonna roll.
Doesn't matter.
The Eldritch Blast, you're just gonna see just two beams, just one after another, just hit it, and it might even be already dissipating. And another little magical burst is just gonna hit what's left and just dissipate it all into thin air.
Yeah. So you just it bursts. It's out of there. Clay, it is your turn currently.
I feel like as that happens, I'm like swinging my hammer, just like, and it dissipates as I swing. I was like, "That was gonna be mine, some bitch." Fine.
All right, you
Clay,
have
you
limited
saved
time
my
because we are
life.
still technically in turn order. So what's everybody else doing?
Well, it's his turn. Are you doing anything else?
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna go check on
Start-
Elron.
Yeah, start hitting the orb.
Ah,
And then turn around and start just.
Fucker. Oh,
All right, I'm gonna do that too. Sterling hammer
Yeah.
on the orb.
Yeah, swing it.
baby. Swing it, baby. One more.
Swing away.
19.
Swing away, Miro.
For,
Yeah, you come right down on top of it.
looks like 14 damage.
14, yeah. So, Elron, inside the orb, you feel once again a shaking. And as you feel the shudder, you do see your doppelganger almost like glitch out for a second. Chase Clay, you see another large crack, light shining through, some mist kind of leaking out after you strike it. Anything else?
I take my hand axes and I stab them in the thing and then try to part them.
Roll to attack.
Dick. I love that.
11.
11. Yeah, you nail it once again. How much damage?
6. And then I
6
roll
damage.
again because it's 2 hand axes, right?
You already had your 2. You get 2 attacks per action, I believe. Hammer
And
in your
I'm
hand. axe.
raging. Does that help anything?
I don't give a shit. Here, throw your other hacks at it.
All right, 2 6s.
2 6s.
A man of the people, David.
Yeah, so this thing is almost like halfway, just completely cracked. They're starting to spider out. Inside the orb, Elron, you're feeling it shuddering. The smirking face of your doppelganger still in front of you. What are you doing?
This time I'm just going to swing at him with my mace because I feel like I hit him pretty good with my guiding light. And I don't want to use my spell slots. Shit. The 10.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so you just, it definitely kind of steps out of the way as it brings it back down on you, and then it mimics your swipe as it comes back down on top of you. Sorry, I was on the wrong thing there. So that's going to be 9. So once misses, you kind of mirror it in your same movement as you step back out of the way. The second one tries to collide with you for a 17. This also miss as you kind of hands up, jump back out of the way, and it just once again sneers at you. Look at little Elron, always wanting to be a leader but failing to step up. You'll never see home again. Not like you knew it.
I just look back at it and I'm just like, I say nothing. Just trying not to let it faze me.
It kind of raises his lip as it just kind of snarls at you. Airless, back outside, your turn. Clay's over there going to town on it.
I have a question on if I were to use, because my longbow's in my hand, like as a melee weapon, do I still get the same like?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
It'd be strength and a 1d4.
Yep. Nope. I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna use my I will use my short sword instead and just start stabbing at it twice.
Yeah. Swing away, Meryl.
All right. So a 16.
Yeah, that makes contact.
Wonderful. So that's 10 damage for that one.
Yeah, you bring your sword squarely down on top of it, and you see the cracks that Clay started start growing even more.
Wonderful. And then a 26 to hit.
Yeah, definitely.
And then
square on.
8 more damage.
Yeah, so Airless, you bring this thing down on it. You see the cracks glowing as all of a sudden this thing shatters. Elron, inside, you see the doppelganger disappeared as cracks start splitting all around the globe. Suddenly you feel that same yanking sensation that you felt before. As you feel yourself being brought back, you suddenly feel heavy. You can feel a heartbeat in your chest. You can feel the breaths that you take. You feel, for the first time in a little bit, your own body as your eyes kind of blink awake and everybody in the room kind of starts to come into focus.
Whoa, are you awake?
I think so, as I pat myself again, like trying to gain my bearings.
Okay, this whole life is just a dream at this
I'm
point.
like,
Elron,
that
you were
was
balls deep, man.
That was, yeah, you know it. That was something.
I pick him up from his feet.
Like,
oh, it's good to have you back.
The first thing I do is I look over at the desecrated body.
So, Elron, you look over at the desiccated body, and all of a sudden you see that sinewy flesh is starting to cover some of the bones. You can see inside of its rib cage some of the organs are starting to reappear as it opens its eyelids, blank sockets underneath with these pinpoints of glowing blue light. It stands up on the side of the bed and kind of looks around at all of you and looks down at itself and its kind of tattered robes, and you hear this thing go, excuse me, I'm quite indecent. And it walks over to the chest that's in front of its bed, and it unlocks it with a magical spell, and it opens, and it pulls out these elaborate kind of robes with this large fin that kind of goes behind its chest, but then leaves its bare chest open, where you can see skin barely stretched across the rib cage, opening it up to its cavities inside. You can see intestines kind of moving around, and then finishes with like kind of a long screen and black skirt. And he turns around to all of you and he says, I'm glad our young Elron here could have such reliable friends. Hello, I am Madris, the Arcanist. And that's where we'll end things today.
Oh.
What? I have so many questions.
What?
At least for your characters.
Oh.
What?
In the twilight, the towers of the Citadel stand black against the darkening sky. Somewhere inside, A pair of large wooden doors open to a massive library. A tall figure walks in, long elven ears protruding from behind a skull-shaped mask. His black robes billow behind him as he enters this cavernous room. A large shape sits in the darkness, huddled over piles of books on a desk. The necromancer addresses the shape.
My Lord Valmore,
he says with a bow. At the table, the shrouded figure shifts slightly. 2 horns, one broken, protrude from its hood. He turns to the necromancer, his skeletal face barely hanging on to what remains of skin. And he turns back. Were your efforts fruitful?
No, my lord. The artifact at Sans Castle was a decoy. He left more clues to follow.
And you've deciphered these clues?
No, but I have someone who knows their secrets. Enter, Captain.
At his command, there's a clanking of metal before a heavily armored dwarf walks in, a red beard barely visible beneath his full helmet. He stands next to the necromancer at attention. The Lich turns his head once again to glance back at this offering. The green pinpoints that are his eyes briefly study the dwarf. A fine trophy. You may continue your search, but be warned. Many of the secrets locked in this library are not always what they seem. Do not waste my time. The necromancer bows his head.
Of course, Lord Valmore. However, I would also like to report that the High Counselor was successful in his attempts. The 5 have returned. Now, all of them live once again.
How tragic. Being forced to endure a terrible ending, only to face the same fate again. Death is a curse, but not all of us need suffer. Watch for them. If they become a nuisance, deal with them. Now, leave me.
Of course.
The necromancer bows his head.
Yes, my lord. Come, Captain. We have work to do. And if you're lucky, I'll let you kill your brother.
And the armored dwarf silently follows the necromancer, who casts a dimension door before they both disappear. And that's where we end for today.
That was awesome.
Oh shit!
That was great, David.
We found Tevins. Well, we didn't find Tevins.
We found out
but-
so much.
It was really good though.
Wait, no. Before we end, Dustin, what do you think's going to happen next time on Amateur D&D?
Well, next time on AD&D, our 5 wandering crew members, Beacons of the Realm, that is, will probably ask a shit ton of questions to our mage, whatever,
Arcanist.
the Arcanist. Yes, we'll ask a shit ton of questions to the Arcanist, and then after they find out some more things, I think they'll try and make their way through the forest. Which route will they choose? Will they go find the wood elves? Will they go find this queen and cure the forest? We also have to go back to the witch. That'll probably be the first thing we do, but we'll find
I
out.
really feel like a nap.
Next
Next
order.
time on Amateur D&D.
Oh,
Thanks everybody for listening. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Amateur D&D. And if we make it to 500 followers, I'm going to do a one of those competition things, and I'm going to give away free miniatures of the entire cast.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
And
that'd
at
be
some
cool.
point, keep listening.
Hell
And we're gonna
yeah.
fuck Clay's brother.
We're doing that too.
Oh, yeah?
Sounded like you said you're gonna.
Thanks
fuck
for
Clay.
listening.
Gang bang, gang bang.
Bye. Thanks for listening to another episode of AD&D. Since we fucked around and still haven't found out, join us next time as the adventure continues.